2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Microphone check. Testing 1. Good. Testing 1, 2, 3.
I thought it was still crazy. Kevin, look at me
Oh, I'm not going.
Right now, we're going to do the first part of the ceremony.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is a
Here we
group
go.
from Negros Concheros. So they'll be doing a blessing. Well, the mic on. This is like a feed. So share it.
Isn't it neat? It's an Aztec.
Okay,
Well, it's just inside. Yeah, it's not. There's no. They understand. Why would I want to come up? You know, I got a nice warm shelf. I'm going to try to stay out of people's way and yet see
Who are
what's
you
happening.
with?
I'm with the Times newspaper.
Nuestra madre la tierra, pues no pertenece, eres Dios. We're going to bless the statue as a point of reference for this community.
who has struggled, worked, and lived here for so many years. It's a way to preserve the memory for all the people that live here and will live here in this community. It's a symbol of unity, struggle, and solidarity. We're going to bless the statue. Él es Dios. Thank you. Wow. We're gonna dance one song called Tonatiuh, the Sun and Sol. It's a way to preserve the fervor of this working class community, to survive, to struggle, and to never give up, and to work in unity, black, white, brown, together, always. Yes. Yeah. Let's go.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Over there.
Good.
How are you liking this weather? From 80 degrees yesterday to 50 today. Only in Chicago, right? Oh, yeah. Thank you for joining us today for another special occasion. My name is Dan Lira. I'm the Executive Director for the South Chicago Chamber of Commerce. I thank everyone for coming today. In a very short time, we have been here to celebrate some wonderful achievements. In 2013, we had the ribbon cutting of a very new extension of South Lakeshore Drive, Route 41, and the festival celebration which accompanied that. It was monumental for our community because for the first time, all residents that have grown up here, including myself, would be able to see beyond the wall that separated the South Chicago neighborhood from the former U.S. Steel site. Then the filming of last summer's blockbuster hit Transformers: Age of Extinction, in which local residents worked on the production as extras and crew members. And in the summer of 2014, Mariano's announced plans to build a new full-service grocery store, which is the first development on this site and the first of many more to come. And now today marks another pivotal moment with the dedication of Steelworkers Park. On behalf of Rod Sellers and the Southeast Environmental Historical Society, I would like to give a brief history of this land and why it makes this moment so important. From the 1800s until the beginning of the 21st century, steel dominated this area. Southeast Chicago developed because of steel and heavy industry. The cheap transportation offered by the connection of Lake Michigan and the Calumet River drew industry to the region. These industrial operations and the jobs they offered were the drawing card for thousands of workers, mostly immigrants, who came to the region and developed thriving communities with their numerous cultural institutions and organizations. The workers built the communities of South Chicago, South Deering, East Side, and Hegewisch. Commercial districts, schools, churches, organizations, and numerous other neighborhood institutions developed as well. Almost every resident of the area had some connection to the mills. The steel-based economy of Chicago's Calumet region no longer exists. The industrial structures of the region are almost gone. There is almost nothing but photographs and memories to remind us about this rich industrial history. Let us not forget. Rod Sellers.
Right here. All right, Rod.
And he was our teacher at Bowen High School for many years.
And Washington, he was mine. So I'd like to start off with our first speaker today. We will start with our first speaker, Dean Welch from McCaffrey Interest.
Good morning.
Morning. Good afternoon.
Thank you. My name is Dean Welch. I'm the project manager of the Chicago Lakeside Development, and I'm so happy to be here on behalf of McCaffrey Interests alongside with our chairman and CEO, Dan McCaffrey. We have a lot of land here, and we have a lot of work to do, but we've accomplished a lot already. The $95 million extension of Lakeshore Drive was funded by the state. We commissioned a statue by Richard Hunt at 79th Street at Triangle Park. We have a civic approval of a beautiful and world-recognized master plan that we are so proud of and excited to execute. And as is a staple of all of McCaffrey Interest developments, we think that open space that's shared by the community is the cornerstone to our success. So that is sung here today with 125 acres that has been dedicated back to the Park District and the unveiling and ribbon cutting of Steelworkers Park. So thank you so much, and we are happy to be here today. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Superintendent from Chicago Park District, Michael Kelly.
Thank you. I'm going to forego the script. I think we're going to lose this battle with the weather. So a couple things. I want to recognize that Congressman Robin Kelly is with us today. I also want to recognize City Treasurer Kurt Summers is with us. I want to take this opportunity. First off, I grew up in a union background. I want to recognize all the people that are here. sons, grandfathers, daughters, everybody. I know what this the steel mills meant to the southeast side here. I spent a lot of time out here with my father as a kid. But I want to give a special tribute to my friend Alderman John Pope. So I've had the privilege of knowing John for a very long time, and Man Park, Rowan Park, Trumbull, Krause. John was always there to help us. Steelworkers, of course. And now we're going into the next frontier with Van Vlissingen and Big Marsh and Hegewisch Marsh. These are game-changing projects, not only for the Chicago Park District, but the city of Chicago. I'm also proud to say that not only is John my friend, but hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres. And I think we owe John a special round of applause for Alderman John Pope. And lastly, I have the privilege now of introducing our Mayor Rahm Emanuel. And in his very 4 years, which is very short term in the Chicago Park District, he added over 1,000 acres of parkland, 1,000 acres of parkland to our inventory. And I've set a goal. Well, he set a goal for me, and hired it. We're going to make significant strides moving forward with our acquisition of open space and developing parks like Steelworkers and the park just to the north. And with that, it's my privilege to introduce the Mayor, Rahm Emanuel.
Let me join Mike in thanking Alderman Pope for his leadership and his vision for the community, and realizing that parks are not just a place where kids play. Parks are actually where the fabric of the community comes together. And given what was said in the opening part of this event, which is a recognition of the history of this site that we are on, there's no greater tribute to the men and women and the dreams that were built here, the families that were built here, the ability to actually earn a good living and a wage to support a middle-class family, and the aspirations of your children. I cannot think of a better way to pay tribute to that history by looking forward to a future where kids could come, families could come, and this artwork today is a recognition of building something and a foundation for the future in honor of and respectful of the past that has played in the history of our country, the history of our city. So to the artists, congratulations, but most importantly, to all of you, congratulations for being everything. And I also want to say to the McCaffrey group, thank you for your persistence also. And now that the Marianos is coming, the parks that we're having, the open space, we're building the foundations of generations to come of what a neighborhood and community is essential for the future of the city of Chicago, for all of us. So to all of you, congratulations on this great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to present our next presenter, 10th Ward Alderman, John A. Pope.
Thank you, Dan, and good afternoon, everyone. And again, welcome to Steelworkers Park. What an appropriate name for this already beautiful and evolving site. This site is part of the former U.S. Steel Southworks plant, occupying nearly 600 acres. Is synonymous with the southeast side. As was mentioned, everyone in the neighborhood, generations of families, have some tie to this land. For more than a century, this site did more than produce steel. It provided for hundreds of thousands whose family members worked here. It served as the economic engine of the entire southeast side, spurring countless other businesses, housing, and recreation. And yes, it generated the best steel in the world, used to build our local bridges, our buildings, our roads, and of course the iconic Sears Tower. And as great as the mill's success was, its closure was equally significant. The loss of thousands of jobs, shutting of countless businesses, and the creation of a vast empty piece of land were unfortunate reminders of this. However, today, and even though it's raining, we're energized. We're energized on this beautiful park on the shores of Lake Michigan. We're here to pay homage to those who toiled to succeed in living the American dream, in providing for their families, who made this greatest industrial area in our country. And while the steelworkers and countless other tradespeople are to be honored here for their historic past contributions, they continue to serve as an inspiration for a new generation. This site barely resembles what was once a great steel mill. with its intoxicating views of our lakefront and skyline, acres of open space, and with its paths for people to walk or bike, it represents a very bright future for all. While this site won't generate steel, it can and already is generating something even stronger. As the mayor said, a place to recreate, a place for all, young and old, to enjoy, a place for a new, stronger, better community. To the steelworkers and countless other trades, thank you for what you have already done and what you continue to do for our entire Southeast Side community. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Our next presenter is Congresswoman Robin Kelly.
Good afternoon, and first and foremost, I want to thank the people that gave me jacket and scarf. I'm prepared to be in this cold weather, but it's truly an honor to be here, Mayor, Alderman Pope, and I just want to say it's been an honor to work with you. I've come to your district many times, and you've always been
Just as you said you would. Thank you.
So thank you very much. But it's an honor to be here. There's not many people in the city of Chicago that don't have some connection to the steel mill. My husband, who was a doctor, worked his way through school working at a steel mill, and my father-in-law retired from the steel mill. So thank all of you, and I would like all the people that work in the steel mill just to raise your hand, take a bow, so we can applaud you. And I know one of your past presidents, local leader, Ed Spivack, is here. I want to give him the other thing about this area, I've been with the mayor. There's a lot of great things happening on the south side, and a lot of it's in my district, which I'm very happy about. Besides Pullman, and the library's coming, and that's not in my district, but still the south side. And right, I'm being.
One person makes a decision. It's not a decision until he makes it.
Okay, well, I'm thinking it. I'm visualizing it. And then now this park, this south side is really going to become a mecca for tourism. And that creates economic development in the area, and that it shows there is life after certain blocks in the city of Chicago. So that's something I'm proud of, and I hope to be standing with the mayor on many more ribbon cuttings and groundbreakings in this community and beyond. So thank you so much, and I salute and hail all of you. And again, thank you, John.
Our next presenter is City Treasurer Kurt Summers.
Thank you all. Good afternoon. I'm honored to be here today to celebrate the dedication of the Steelworkers Monument. I'm going to take a page out of Mike's book and be brief because the weather won't continue to cooperate with us, and I want to see Roman's good work, so I want to see this unveiled. You know, this park will forever be a reminder of the 20,000 people who worked at Steelworks and who contributed so much to Chicago. Not just, as we know, the foundation for our iconic skyline, but the economic opportunity that they created for so many families, including my own. And it was opportunity not just for current residents, but for new Americans from around the world who saw the American dream fulfilled here because of the great work at this plant and this site in the steel industry. It also created an opportunity during the Great Migration for African Americans from around the country to come to Chicago as the place for economic opportunity where they couldn't find it elsewhere. That's what happened with my family and countless families around the city. The opportunity that we have today to celebrate and stand with workers and celebrate the workers and the contribution to our city is pretty phenomenal, not only because they have done and led the charge in so many efforts and so many fights that have benefited everyday Chicagoans, but because our leaders today and our leaders then have known and continue to know that it's that group of people, it's those workers that make our economy work, that make our communities work, that make opportunities like today possible. I'm honored to be here with you today and to celebrate. I can't wait to see this unveiled. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker is from Chicago Federation of Labor, Bob Reiter.
Morning, my name is Bob Reiter. I'm Secretary Treasurer of the Chicago Federation of Labor. On behalf of myself and President of the CFL, Jorge Ramirez, I'm happy to be here today at this ribbon cutting with Mayor Emanuel, Alderman John Pope, who's put a lot of work into this park, members of the Steelworkers Union, like Roberta Wood, and the legendary figure down here, Ed Sedlowski, who fought every day for the rights of workers and families here on the southeast side of Chicago. The Chicago Federation of Labor represents 300 affiliated unions who in turn represent 500,000 working men and women throughout Chicago and Cook County. I want to begin by thanking Mayor Emanuel and the City Council for dedicating this park and recognizing the value that the labor movement brings to our city. But more importantly, or just as important at least, I want to thank the Mayor and the City Council for this week passing a resolution at City Council unanimously that supports working families, that supports the rights of union people to bargain collectively in the workplace, and to reject anti-worker policies that some would rather focus on the middle class, the working people of this city and this state, which will drive the economy and help us build a stronger community here. Your opposition to these so-called right-to-work laws sends a strong message to Springfield that workers are the backbone of our economy, that attacking the folks who care for our sick, keep our communities safe, and move our society forward is not the way to fix the state's problems. No one knows the devastation that divisive policies can have on workers, their families, and their communities better than the steelworkers. The land that we stand on today was once home to U.S. Steel, which at its peak employed more than 20,000 workers. These well-paying jobs attracted immigrant workers who in turn made this area their home. However, as the 20th century wore on, steel production was moved overseas and U.S. Steel was eventually forced to close. Today, we remember the contribution of these workers to the labor movement here in Chicago. We honor their commitment to building strong communities, and we use these lessons as we face similar struggles. The labor movement works to build a high-road economy that universally provides a pathway to the middle class. We need to continue to work together to protect workplace democracy, provide access to health care and retirement benefits, and eliminate pay inequity. We need effective collaboration that brings this state together rather than drive it apart. Chicago, some of you have heard me say this before. Mayor, you know this. Chicago's the hometown of the American labor movement, right? We have more local ones than anywhere else in this country. It's a great union city, steeped in that history, built and rebuilt from the ground up by a world-class, working-class union workforce. This park is a reminder of where we come from, and it's the motivation we need to continue to rebuild our middle class. Thank you.
Next speaker, Regional Director, Illinois Labor History Society, Larry Spivack.
Hey, Larry!
You know, I feel warm now because I'm with my brothers and sisters, so I'm going to unzip my jacket. So this is let the voice of the people be heard. That's what our history is about. Thank you, Secretary Treasurer Reiter, for saying most of the things I would have said, and so now it will be much shorter. And I want to thank the Alderman and the Mayor for letting us speak today. You know, I love this city so much. It is my favorite city in the whole world, as it is all of yours. And I was reminded as I was driving down Lakeshore Drive, my father, who grew up in Hyde Park and was a 45-year member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, and my cousins who lived right here, and my father, who married my mother, was from the north side, so I had to be both a Cubs fan and a Sox fan.
It's a witness protection plan.
Yes. But I also want to talk about the people who help us remember why this city is great. And just coming to mind, and it's a short list, and I think of Carl Sandburg and Nelson Algren, Richard Wright, Annie Wyatt, Refugio Martinez, Leon Dupre, Ellis Perula, Jane Addams, Dr. Alice Hamilton, Agnes Nestor, Harold Washington. We could go on and on. Many of the names people would not know because we don't tell the history. But with this statue, what this is about is reminding us that workers built this city.
Union workers built this city. Workers, high-wage workers, make us great, make a quality of life that we want to keep on going. So we will remember. And in that vein of remembering, the Illinois Labor History Society, which also remembers the Union Stockyard Gate, remembers the Memorial Day Massacre of 1937, remembers the Haymarket, which is why International Labor Day is celebrated everywhere in the world because of the events of Chicago. So with that in mind, and I looked at our book of who we honored in 2012, and I see the name. Ed Sedlowski, Ellen Corella, and Frank Lumpkin, and is B. Lumpkin here? There's me, and and I call out our friends from the Steelworkers Organization of Active Retirees, and my friend, my brother, Ed Sedlowski, who said that I am always copying him because he now has this. Well, Ed, B, thank you so much for giving us this history and letting us remember so that we could move forward with the idea that we are great when we remember where we came from. Thank you.
Our next speaker, I've known since as a child. I graduated grammar school with his son. He also owned a local grocery store in the corner. We'd go there before school, grab chips, pop, whatever we can get. He's also the last union steel worker from the year, retired steel worker, Mr. Jorge Perez, Sr.
It's an honor for me to be here and speak about the Steelworkers of America. We belong to this local 65, which belongs to the South Works here. I did work for 25 years, 20 years in Chicago, and I made 19 years in Gary. So I worked together for almost 39 years. And it's I feel very proudly to be talking here about U.S. Steel, because all this, the wall right there, we call the High Line. This was the place where I used to work to grow my family, my kids.
Our next speaker, I've known also for a while, a long time, my father, who was an artist in the area too, he thought very highly of this man and his work, always admired what he'd done with the things, and today he put out the sculpture for us that we'll be unveiling, tribute to the past. It's to all the families of the men and women who share the steel dreams. I introduce Roman Villarreal.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to the Steelworkers Lieutenant, because if it wasn't for the steel mills, we would never have gotten here. My family came here in the 50s. We came over farm workers, like all of us got to share the same story. Now we're here. I had the honor of sharing the steel dream with the community by this sculpture that's going to be brought out. I mean, I could say a lot, but I think the sculpture will speak for itself. We have a lot of future here in South Chicago. We got a lot of positive things happening, and with the mayor and with all of us working together, we are the new steel.
Yeah.
He's a fellow steel worker himself.
I'm introducing Roland DeLeon.
How you doing, everybody? I was a fellow artist with Roman DeLeon. I'm also the operation manager of this project. I was very honored. For one, this is my neighborhood. Two, I am also a sheet metal worker, so I understand the whole labor. We are a blue-collar ward, and it's just great to see all the turnout for the weather and how everybody sticks it out, and we're here to celebrate the men and women who gave their blood, sweat, and tears to this ward. So, I mean, it's more than an honor to myself. We are having an after party after here. We'll be at our studio, 10052 Ewing. We'll have refreshments, food, artwork. We'll be having more people speak. We'll be telling stories about the steel mill. So these are all more than welcome to come out, and let's get this started.
Oh.
Oh!